What's going on, everybody? My name is Gabe, and today I wanted to show you a first look of the 2025 CRF 300L Rally. Online, I have not seen much content with this bike specifically, so I want to show people a little more of the bike than what I've seen online already. So this is something that I've been waiting a really long time for, and I finally got my hands on one. I know they're starting to come to the States as of May in 2025, so I was really excited. I felt really lucky. The story is pretty interesting. I've been looking obsessively on Honda's website over their power sports, and I had found lots of 2024s. Maybe not a lot, but I had found 2024 models, and I know that the improvements in the 2025 model are something that I had been looking forward to. And, or at least just what I've heard and read and saw all online and basically YouTube, some of the, moto influencers that have been around lately, or at least demonstrating and showing the beauty of this bike. So I can't speak to any experience I've had before, but I would love to show those of you who are interested just to getting a little bit of look in 4K, just to help out, and maybe it would help you sway or confirm your decision when purchasing. I would tell you that I am beyond impressed with this bike. I had and started with an XR150L made by Honda. I quickly grew out of that and I moved on to a Kawasaki Versus 650, which was powerful and needed all the excitement that I really could ask for, or had all the excitement that I really could ask for. But I really started craving more adventure off-road riding, and the XR150L was just not cutting it. So I'd been navigating the Honda Power Sports website for quite a long time, and I just hang out there. Sometimes I just look because I'm obsessed with looking at bikes. I don't know if you're like me, but I definitely do that. And a couple days ago, it was like Tuesday, I had seen, nice truck. I had seen a couple models, 2025 models, like within a 200-mile radius of me. I was like, okay, that would be fun. Maybe I could take the drive and do all that. But I didn't want to drive that far. I kept looking. The next day, it was like a Wednesday. I saw, no, it was Thursday. I saw that there was one, within like 50 miles of my thing. I said, oh my God, right? Holy crap, I've been waiting for this bike. So then I jumped on the dealer's website. It didn't show it in stock on the inventory. So I was a little confused. I gave him a call right away. I spoke to a man named Jack. Jack told me that it could still be in transit. Apparently Honda doesn't really communicate with the dealerships. This is a power sports, or this is a powerhouse dealer, meaning they usually get first access into some of the newer models. Just means they sell a lot of Hondas. And he didn't know, he said he felt like that was in transit. So I was excited. I didn't care. It was showing up in his system, but didn't know when it was going to get there. He had a good hunch that it was going to come the next day on a Friday. So I put a deposit down. I said, I would love to come see this bike if it's there. So I put the deposit down. He sends me a message, a picture of the truck being delivered, and I was so excited. I love Jack for keeping me updated. He sent me a picture of the bike being pulled out of the box. And I asked him, hey, is this something I could look forward to? Coming on Saturday, I'm off. I would love to come down there. It was supposed to be a really nice day, all sunny. And he said, we'll see what we can do, kind of lingering me on. At like 5:50 on a Friday, he messages me, it's complete. So I pack up everything. Saturday morning, I make the trip out there. I test ride it and immediately just fell in love with the bike. The 2025 model apparently has some updates, like I mentioned before, that the 2024 had a lot of complaints about. Number one, the suspension. I'm not going to be able to give you any of these details because I've never had the previous model. But for me, my experience, it doesn't feel squishy. unless I'm at a stoplight and I'm bouncing, but that's probably just the nature of the bike. I guess, I don't know. I'm also a newer rider, so it's not much, I haven't had much experience in those two bikes that I mentioned earlier. It feels good. It doesn't feel too squishy. There's definitely bounce when I need it, but I don't think it's a problem. I would love to have sat in the previous model to know what that felt like. Apparently the radiator has been changed, or at least the bodywork has changed its way to displace the heat that's coming off the engine when traveling. I haven't also rode the previous model, so I don't know if it changes. I do know that I feel a lot of heat actually coming at my inside of my right ankle here near the brake. It's kind of warm, so I don't know if it's dissipated it away from the thigh and maybe out the bottom, but I definitely feel heat coming from this bottom right, the pedals, the ankle is, my ankle is right on the inside of my ankle. Oh, I know we got LEDs, which is a welcome upgrade. I can't believe they're still putting halogen lights inside of 2024 models, but maybe they had some extra to get rid of. Let's see. I actually don't know too much more about the bike. So again, I'm not going to have all the specs for you. I wanted to show you what the bike looked like because I couldn't find any videos of it. So I'll give you a little close-up. Let's see what it looks like. All right, let's give her a look. Man, I think it looks so good. Good old Rally. I did forget to mention that apparently there was an update in the front suspension, maybe the front fork, changing some plastic component to a metal component. I'm honestly not sure if that's true, but I did read that. So maybe you can tell me in the comments if that's the case, so that someone else may know the truth and I'm not just spreading misinformation over here. The 2025 model keeps the same lights here in the front. I know the non-rally version changed it to look something more like the 450RL. They changed the paint, the graphics on the nose here. I like the white here on the bike. The black tires make it look real good. Come up into the cockpit. Let's give you a look. I really like the blue. I promise you this looks so much better in person. This blue on this seat is really something. Here's the back tire. Man, I really find this bike good looking. That's it. Thanks for having fun with me. I really appreciate you guys. You don't even know me, so how can I appreciate you? But no, I hope this helps somebody. I know what it's like to obsess over something and not have much information. And any new content on something that I've been researching, I immediately click on. Maybe it's the fault of me, but I hope you're the same way. And if this helps you, thanks for watching, and maybe you'll see some more. I don't know.